Hello, Year 10 Media Studies. I hope everybody is good and you are keeping very well. Today we're going to be looking at Pharrell Williams's Freedom video, and we're going to be looking at representation and context. So our title today is Pharrell, Representation and Context. Write that down, please. It's not Friday, June 26th. That's the date that I'm recording this, so ignore that. Okay, so now you've got the date, the title written down, we're going to move on. Okay, I would like you now to watch the video again, and I want you to focus on the different types of people presented. Note down any other adjectives that spring to mind. Make notes on the different types of people. So you might want to say hip-hop dancers, or you might want to say oppressed slaves, or made-up doll women, or something like that. And those are actual examples of people within the video. So watch the video and make notes on the different types of people presented. Do that now, please. Pause the video, watch the Freedom video. The link is on the Show My Homework, and make notes on the different types of people that are presented. Okay, so you now should have a note on the different types of people presented. I would like you to, once you've got, to look at your list, and I want you to add some adjectives, add some describing words to each of those people that you've got, okay? You should be able to start to think about how they are presented. Are they presented in a happy way or a sad way? Are they presented as being angry? Are they presented, lots of, think about descriptive words to describe people and their emotions. Add to that list now. Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to be looking at a number of still images from the video, and we're going to be thinking about representation of race. Okay, so we're going to be thinking about how different peoples are represented. Now, obviously, race has been in the news quite a lot recently with what's gone on in America, with Black Lives Matter sweeping across the world, and that movement of racial equality is very much in the way we're thinking about it right now. Okay, so in the shot that we've got right now, you can see two shots from the music video. Okay, I would like you to look at these shots. You might want to print them off and annotate them, or you might just want to write about them. It's entirely up to you. But I would like you to think about, what do these parts of the video suggest about the relationships between people of different races? Both shots, have people of different races in them. But what do these parts of the video suggest about the relationships between people of different races? Write down your answer to this question now, please. Pause the video and do that. Okay, so you now should have looked at these two images and written, what do these parts of the video suggest about the relationship between people of different races? We can see this is a black slave who is being forced to work by a white man at gunpoint. He's holding a rifle here. And this is a bunch of people from different minority ethnic backgrounds: white, Asian, black, lots of different ethnicities there, and they are all wearing the same clothes. They've got a red t-shirt on and a red armband, and they are all connected up. So that's what each of the images denotes. That is clearly just stating what is there. What we now need to think about are the connotations. We've looked at the denotations, now let's look at the connotations. So In this image, the black man is being forced to work at gunpoint by a lighter skinned person. This is a clear reference to slavery. These people working in the quarry are clearly slaves. They are being forced or threatened by the lighter skinned people. Okay. In this image, a variety of hands come together. They're from a variety of ethnic backgrounds and therefore have connotations of global unity. So we can start to see that the director and Pharrell Williams himself have a message to give about global unity and about abolition of slavery. Okay, I would like you to update your notes to show this information that I've given you, please. Pause the video and do that now, please. Okay, here we have two images. We have this image and this image. And this is a little bit of a hark back to our last lesson. What do you know about these events? Why might Pharrell have chosen to put these references in the video? Well, the girl in the hijab is a reference to the very famous photo of an Afghan girl in a refugee camp. Okay, this photograph here was taken in the 1980s, and it's a really famous photograph. Someone without freedom and living through war. Okay, the Lego representation of Tank Man, which is it shows a peaceful demonstration against the lack of freedom in China. These are two clear historical events that will be familiar to a lot of the audience and will help them understand Pharrell's idea on freedom. He likes it. He's trying to suggest that we all need to fight for our freedom. Okay, can you please update your notes to show this information? Do that now, please. Okay, so there is a celebrity that's featured in this video, okay, and that is this gentleman here. What do you know about him? Does anyone know anything about this person? Okay. His name is Muhammad Ali. And Muhammad Ali converted to Islam in the 1960s. He was morally opposed to the war and refused to fight in the Vietnam War. He continued to campaign against this and for black rights in the USA. He met with Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein in 1990 to negotiate the release of American hostages and traveled to Afghanistan as United Nations messenger of peace. And clearly, Muhammad Ali had very political, powerful ideas about freedom and about how people should be treated. Okay. Also, he changed his name when he became when he converted to Islam. He changed his name from Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali. So he had the freedom to change his name in that way. Okay, so we're going to be looking today at social and cultural significance. Okay, how does this video reflect our society and what is its message? Okay, well, here are two questions and here are the answers. Mixed ethnicities and religions reflect our multicultural society. So there's lots of different people from different backgrounds, black, white, Asian, all kind of mixed in there. There's lots of religion there. We have that kind of gospel church scene in there. We have lots of different religions reflecting our multicultural society. There is a contrast in the way that different groups are treated. Some clearly have freedom and others don't. And the video is a comment on injustice. It's trying to highlight the injustices of the world, okay, by showing and contrasting people who have freedom and people who don't. And it uses groundbreaking figures like Muhammad Ali as well as famous historical events to allow the audience to recognize the important message of the song and of the video itself. Okay, so using all of this information that I've just gone through, I would like you to spend 15 minutes, no more than 15 minutes, answering this question. How does this music video represent the state of the world? Now, you can bring in lots of things that are happening in the world right now. Okay, so if you want to say this represents the world because the Black Lives Matter movement is gaining momentum and people are questioning racial or ethnic injustices or inequalities, then you can bring that in. Okay, remember we have a 5-band mark scheme. Okay, so if you want to get into the top, this is a 10-mark question, sorry, first of all, 10 marks for this question. If you want to get into the top band, you need to do an excellent, detailed and accurate knowledge of representation, excellent understanding of the influence of context on media products, highly appropriate links. So when we're talking about context, we're talking about what's going on in the world today. Okay, and then as we move down, we can see that the descriptor stays the same, but the adjective excellent gets turned to good, to satisfactory, to basic, or to minimal. Okay, so we're looking for detailed knowledge of representation, of how different ethnicities are represented, but also links to what is going on in the world today. And it's quite clear that actually talking about George Floyd, having his freedoms taken away, talking about Black Lives Matter, you could talk about the coronavirus and how we have had our freedoms taken away by not being allowed to go out into the world, all that kind of stuff. And linking it to the video is what we're looking for also. Okay. Here's some indicative content just to help you. Okay, I'm not going to go through that. This is just if you're really struggling on what to write about. But this is a 10-mark question, so you should only spend 15 minutes on it, and I would say about 2 or 3 paragraphs tops. Okay. Okay, that's it from me. That's all I need you to do. You need to now answer that question, and that's the end of the lesson. A quick reminder that there will not be a Show My Homework lesson on Friday, because that is the day that we are going to have our live Teams lesson. It's very important that you attend that lesson on Teams, guys, because that is where I'm going to be introducing you to the coursework element of the course. Okay, so it's going to be where I'm going to tell you what we're doing, what you will need to do. We're going to be discussing lots of different things. We're going to be looking at examples of coursework and different things like that. So it's really very important that you guys attend and that I can see you. I don't want you just to attend and then show the video or the camera to the ceiling. I want to see your faces, please. I want to be able to talk to you face to face. It's very important that we do that. Okay, so I will actually see you all on Friday, 9 a.m, bright and early, not in your pajamas, but you can be wearing your own clothes. So bright and early is probably the earliest you've had to get up since lockdown started. I will see you all on Friday. I look forward to it, and cheerio, bye-bye, ta-ta, auf Wiedersehen.